welcome back to my ASMR channel. This is going to be my first soft spoken video, so I hope you like it. I'm going to read you a bedtime story. The bedtime story is called No Deer, Not Here. The Marbled Murrelet's Quest for a Nest in the Pacific Northwest. By Jean Davies Okimoto, illustrated by Celeste Henriquez. This is a book from my childhood, because I have family in the Pacific Northwest, so it was a special book, a special present, very special present for me. I hope you guys will like it too. Okay, so the first page says, for Anne, for Mom and Dad. Oh, this is the acknowledgement, so. And then here's the first page. There's two birds flying over the ocean, and at the top here is a little boat. Over here is a little, what do you call that? Little lighthouse. Here's another boat right down here, and the text says, Ralph and Alice had been together for a few years. Ralph loved Alice, Alice loved Ralph, and they both loved the Pacific Ocean where they lived. One spring day, Alice turned to Ralph and said, I think the time has come, my dear, for us to build a nest. Ralph, I wish you'd listen to me when I talk. So, the first page where Alice turns to Ralph and says she would like to build a nest. They're sitting in the water, and you can see their feet here under the water. They're having a conversation. The second page shows that Ralph, during their conversation, takes a dive into the ocean. So that's why she says, Ralph, I wish you'd listen to me when I talk. In this photo, you see here on the next page, the ocean, Ralph and Alice, a very big yacht, looks like, and an airplane, and the sky in the background is golden. So, the text says, I heard you, Alice, but I've got places to go and things to see before I settle down. There's plenty to see here, Ralph. Ralph looked around, then he looked around some more. No, dear, not here. I want to see new sights, smell new smells. I heard you, Alice, but I've got places to go and things to see before I settle down. There's plenty to see here, Ralph. Ralph looked around. Then he looked around some more. No, dear, not here. I want to see new sights, new smells, taste new tastes. Travel the coast, that's what I want to do. I suppose we could take a trip while we look for the perfect place for our nest. Ralph, did you hear me? And in this photo, Ralph is hunting for some fish while Alice is speaking to him. In the next photo, it says, I heard you, Alice. Let's go. The next day, Ralph and Alice left to travel the coast. Their first stop was Vancouver. The next page. So here we see is a very large photo taking the whole first and second page. So what we see here is Ralph and Alice are flying over the city, and we see, I guess, some landmarks here. Let's see, is this Seattle? I'm not sure. The next day, their first stop was Vancouver. Yes, so this is Vancouver, not Seattle. So up here is a flying dragon, and we see lots and lots of sailboats. And we see some landmarks from Vancouver. There's an airplane up high in the sky. On this page we see, let's see, it looks to be a ice hockey game. So it says, this is the spot, cheered Ralph, the perfect spot for a nest. No, dear, not here, said Alice. On this page, it looks to be a very large tiki, like, what do you call it? Tiki? I'm not sure what you call that. But a very large statue of a tiki. This is more like it, right, Ralph? No, dear, not here, he said. There's many tourists around. That's what I noticed. Here it says they're in the China district, Chinatown. Alice, I smell shark fin soup. This is the place. Alice shook her head. No, dear, not here. Here is a photo over the, I guess it's maybe the river. And it says, it doesn't get any better than this, Alice. Not here, dear, she said. Perhaps a quieter place. Let's try Victoria. Because this is on top of a bridge. Oh, this is a very colorful 2 pages. It's magic, cooed Alice. Yes, said Ralph, leaning close to her. But not here, dear. Let's try Seattle. Fine by me, said Alice. Then we can see the Huskies. In the morning, Ralph and Alice left Canada and headed south to the United States. Here we have the Huskies playing basketball against UCLA in the photo. an illustration. What a team. What do you think, Ralph? No, dear, not here. I thought so, said Alice. Over here we have, it looks like a fish market of Seattle. We have a man who's making balloons, a man who is throwing a fish to another man, and we have Ralph and Alice here sitting on top of a pig. It looks like a statue, I think. And it says, "Will you look at those fish? This has got to be it." No, dear, not here, said Alice. Over here we see them flying really high up where the Seattle, I'm forgetting what it's called now, the Space Needle, I think. There's no better view, Ralph. Indeed, but not here, dear. Over here we see, it looks like a statue. It's a good location, Ralph tried to persuade her. No, dear, not here. Down here we have also something I'm not sure of, but it says, "It's quite unique, my sweet," said Alice. Not here, dear, said Ralph. Let's try Portland. The next day, Ralph and Alice flew south to Oregon. Oh, this is so cute. Alice, no, Ralph. Here in the photo is a Blazers game with the crowd cheering. On this side, we see a statue in a park with some buildings. Now this place has class, said Alice. Ralph sighed. No, dear, not here. And then here it's a very rainy photo of the city. It says, "Even in the rain we can see everything, Alice." No, dear, not here. Alice paused as she thought for a moment. Ralph, it seems to me we need a tree. Over here it looks like they're in the Japanese gardens and they're in a tree. Here's one, the perfect tree, said Ralph excitedly. No, dear, it must be big and strong and old and tall. Here they are sitting in a fountain. Ralph and Alice left the Japanese garden. They stopped for a drink to talk things over and decided to head north. Here they're flying over a really beautiful scenery with the ocean and rocks and the water and the forest with the cliffs. Together, Ralph and Alice flew along the coast. That's a good word for that. The coast. The coast, the coast, the coast, the coast. Over the International Peace Arc, west to Victoria, and north to Clayoquot Sound. Ralph, whispered Alice, this might be it. Looks very peaceful and full of nature. Down they flew into the green cathedral of the old growth forest. Ralph saw a beautiful tree. It was big and strong and old and tall. Here, dear, asked Alice. Oh, sorry. Here, dear, asked Ralph. And here they are sitting in a very nice cozy spot in the tree. Yes, said Alice. Here, dear. It's such a sweet, sweet story. And over here it says, Ralph and Alice are marbled murrelets, small seabirds about the size of robins, which live along the coast from Alaska to California and fly inland to breed. Their nests have been found in old-growth forest on trees between 300 and 600 years old. Because the ancient trees in which these birds nest are being cut down, the marbled murrelets are a threatened species. Oh, that's sad. About marbled murrelets. So, this is the end of the book, so I'll just read a little bit more about these really cute little birds. Marbled murrelets were declared a threatened species in 1992 by the United States Fish and Wildlife Service. Brownish in color, these plump little birds have been described as flying potatoes. They may be squatty, but they're far from slow. Marbled murrelets have been clocked at speeds up to 65 miles per hour. They use their short, pointy wings to swim, as well as fly, diving underwater for small fish. Although adult murrelets were seen flying inland with fish in their bills for years, it was a mystery where they made their nests. The Quileute Indians who live on the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State said the murrelets didn't nest on rocky cliffs and islands like other seabirds, and their weird kia 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 cry was sometimes heard as far as 45 miles or 64 kilometers inland. In 1974, a baby bird was found by a tree trimmer in a mossy nest 150 feet, 46 meters up a Douglas fir in California's Santa Cruz Mountains. When he saw the fluffy chick, he realized he had never seen anything like it. It had webbed feet. It was soon identified as a marbled murrelet. In Canada, the first marbled murrelet nest was discovered in 1990, high in a 300-year-old Sitka spruce in the Walburn Valley on Vancouver Island. So this book, it was copyrighted in 1995. So yeah, very special and sweet book. I hope you guys liked it and were able to relax with me or sleep or whatever your preference is with watching ASMR videos. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video,